The little boy stood in the middle of the dusty parking lot, his cheeks streaked with tears and dirt, clutching a torn backpack to his chest. Around him, the thunder of motorcycle engines rolled like distant storms. The bikers had just returned from a charity ride when they saw him, trembling, eyes wide, voice breaking as he whispered, "Please, kill my stepdad. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you were watching from. I love knowing who is listening." Their leader, a broad-shouldered man with a scar cutting across his cheek, knelt in front of the boy. His name was Mason, a veteran who'd seen too much darkness to ever mistake pain for rebellion. He looked the boy in the eye and asked softly, "What did he do to you, son?" The boy's lip quivered. "He hurts my mom. Every night. I tried to stop him once. He said next time he'd make me watch." His small voice cracked on the last word, and for a moment, even the engines seemed to go silent. Mason felt something twist deep in his chest, that same ache he'd carried since the war, the one that whispered he couldn't save everyone. But maybe this time he could. The bikers exchanged looks. Tough men with tattoos and leather vests, they'd seen violence, caused some too, but this was different. This was a child's cry for justice in a world that had failed him. Mason stood slowly, his voice rough. "What's your name, kid?" "Eli." "Eli," he said, "we don't kill people, but we do protect people. You understand?" Eli sniffed and nodded, unsure but hopeful. That night, the bikers followed Eli's directions down a cracked suburban road to a small, dimly lit house. The front window was broken. A bottle lay shattered on the porch. Mason's jaw tightened. The boy wasn't lying. They didn't rush in. They waited. Listened. From inside came the muffled shouts of a man's voice, followed by the sound of something, or someone, hitting the floor. Eli flinched. Mason's patience snapped. He motioned to his crew. They didn't need words. 3 bikers surrounded the back door while Mason walked up the front steps and pounded his fist on the wood hard enough to rattle the hinges. The door swung open. A man reeking of whiskey stood there, red-faced and furious. "Who the hell are you?" Mason didn't flinch. "We're friends of Eli's mom." The man sneered. "Then you can tell her to stop hiding behind kids." Mason's voice dropped to a low growl. "You're done hurting them." The man laughed, right up until Mason's crew stepped out of the shadows behind him. 6 bikers, arms crossed, eyes cold. The laughter died in his throat. There was no fight, just a silence. Thick, heavy, final. Mason didn't touch him. He didn't have to. Sometimes fear speaks louder than fists. Within an hour, the police arrived. Mason had already made the call. The man was arrested, shouting curses as he was led away in cuffs. Eli clung to his mother's leg, sobbing, but this time it was the sound of relief. When the officers left, Mason knelt beside Eli again. "Your mom's safe now," he said. "But listen to me. Asking someone to hurt another person. That's not how we fix things. You hear me?" Eli nodded slowly, his small hand gripping Mason's. "I just didn't know what else to do." Mason's eyes softened. "You did the bravest thing a boy could do. You asked for help." A few weeks later, the story went viral. A biker gang protecting a mother and child. It spread like wildfire across social media. News stations called them angels in leather. Donations poured in to help Eli's family start over. But the part the world didn't see was the night Mason visited Eli again. He brought a tiny leather vest, stitched by hand, with the Club S emblem on the back. Across the bottom, one word: Brotherhood. Eli beamed, wearing it proudly. Mason smiled, though behind his eyes lingered something unspoken. The memory of all the times he hadn't been there to save someone. This time he had, and it mattered. As the sun dipped low and painted the street in amber light, Mason revved his bike and called out, Remember, kid, being strong doesn't mean fighting. It means standing up, even when you're scared." Eli grinned. "Like you did." Mason chuckled. "Like you did." And as the boy waved them off, a warmth spread through the air, the kind that only comes when pain finally meets hope. Because justice doesn't always come from badges or courts. Sometimes it rides on two wheels, wrapped in leather, carrying a heart that refuses to look away. Because kindness doesn't vanish. It waits, and it finds its way back. And maybe that's what true strength is. The courage to protect without hate, to fight without hurting, and to heal what the world forgot. If this story moved you, subscribe to Whispered Words, where every story reminds us that even in darkness, light rides with us.